Hi everybody, my name's Paul Murphy and I've got a passion for hats.
Hi. Well, over here in the UK right now, we've got a bit of a heat wave on. It's 31 degrees here at the moment, so I have got the steamer on, but I thought something a little bit cooler today would be in order. And anyway, I've had another box turn up, and I thought, what the heck have I ordered here? Thinking that, you know, on one of these Amazon drop-offs, it says biodegradable sensitive wipes, and no, it's not sensitive wipes. Anyway, let's open up the box and I'll show you what's inside. So normally I get hats and they've got lots of nice packaging and everything else. Well, that's how this one arrived. It's and actually it's a Borsalino, and it's the very lightweight, you know, the 50 gram, 60 gram, that sort of thing. And it's made so that you can actually roll it up and it will reshape and so on. So I'm not too worried about that. It does seem to have sat for quite a while because it's got lots and lots of dust and dirt over it. But as you know, that's something we can deal with, and I'll go through that in a moment when the steamer's actually got up to temperature. But I just thought we'd look at the oh, there we are. There's the label there, and you see the label in there, this little thing here. In the label, it's got a long number, and the first two digits of that long number actually tell you the age of the hat. So this is a 2015 hat. So it's 2025, so that's, you know, a 10-year-old hat. And I'd say that it hasn't been worn much, because looking at the sweatband here, and it's a cloth sweatband in a Borsalino hat, it's in very nice condition. So what I'm going to do is take it through the process of using tape, and then the trusty brushes, and then I'm going to introduce some steam and see if we can get the felt coming back to what it would have been like when it left the factory. I mean, it's not a hat that we put stiffener on or anything like that. It's just going to get out the dirt and bring it up to hopefully look pretty good, pretty new. So let's put that box out of the way. And what I like to do, because when you're brushing something, you want to be able to put a bit of force behind it, and you need a block really, or something, maybe even a pudding bowl that you've got in the, you know, one of these Tupperware ones. Maybe if you've got something big enough, it'll do, just to pop the crown out and actually give you some shape so you can actually press against it. But let's see. Oh, by the way, this is a 59, and it's a 59. You can see that there. And also, when you flip up the size label, it says 100% fur felt. And given that this is a Alessandria 857, this will be a rabbit fur felt. So a very nice hat. Probably, I mean, in its time, it would have been the equivalent of about 300, 400 pounds, something like that. A lot of money, isn't it, for a lightweight hat such as this? But let's just see. These are my classic vintage size measure. So let's just pop that in there, and it comes at 7 1/8. So I think 7 1/8 is more likely to be less than 59. So let's just, yeah, it's between 7 1/8 and 7 1/4. Let's see what it comes out when I've actually given it some steam, and I might just stretch it a little bit, but it's probably nearer a 58 at the moment. Anyway, let's pop that onto there, and you may be able to see, and I'll offer it up to the camera actually, that there's quite a lot of dirt, and it might just show us a slightly different colour, but that's dirt and dust. And to be fair, it's probably been stuck on somebody's wardrobe. You know, when you've gone out for the day, put the hat on, come back, you don't have a box to put it in, so you've popped it on top of the wardrobe. Well, I reckon that's what's happened here. So let's get the trusted sticky tape, and you can probably hear that sort of clicking in the back. It's only the steamer just coming up to speed, up to temperature. So gonna have to get some more tape, aren't I? I love using this, I guess it's Gorilla Tape, because it's a real nice strong tape, and it gives you a bit of probably a similar result you can get with packing tape, but I quite like this Gorilla Tape. Anyway, let's give it a go. So we're going around. Oh my goodness, look at that coming on already. So this is going to need a few lots of tape. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this has seen a bit of dust. Right. Let's go around the bottom bit of the crown and go around the brim now. Okay. Don't worry if you go over the gros grain, because that's, as long as you're only patting it, you're absolutely fine. I've got a little bit of a mark up here, so I'm going over that a few times, but it's coming off. You see what I'm doing? I'm just dabbing it, and it's lifting the fur and lifting the stain out of it. This is coming up into a really nice blue, actually. Probably go nice with this shirt, to be honest. Anyway, 59, well, what probably is at the moment about a 58 is going to be a bit small for me, I think. So I'll have to try, excuse me, I'll either stretch it or set it as a smaller size. So yeah, this is working out quite nicely. Let's do one more piece. There we go. Now, okay, and I want to turn it over so that I can get the. There we go. This is quite shallow in the crown height as well, which is actually on this block, which is a 56 block. It's not even coming to the bottom of the block, so it really is quite a shallow crown, which I guess is pretty typical Italian. Anyway, that's come up quite nicely. Let's put it back on here. So already that's looking 10 times better than it came in. So we're just taking the delivery, so sorry about that. Anyway, let's carry on. And I've got two sides to the brush, one's stiffer than the other. Let's give it a quick brush over. Now, sometimes if you've got a very, very dusty hat, I do say put a mask on, and all we're looking at is this sort of very basic mask that you can buy at any DIY store, and you just pop it on, obviously, and this help protects, especially when you're doing pounce. When you're making a new hat, you stretch over the felt over the block, whichever size you're doing, and then you start working on it to make it nice and soft and smooth. And that you do with sandpaper. And of course, when you do that, you make a lot of fibres, and those fibres can get into your lungs. So you must wear something like this. In actual fact, there are better ones, but I use that one. It seems to work all right for me. So we're just anti-clockwise, as we've said on other videos. That sorts this out. And just around the bottom here. And you know what? Into using the sticky tape there, it's brought most of the dust off. And just go around the bottom here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. So I'm just going around the bottom. Let's put the. Oh, there we go. Right. So if you take that off the block. If I'm steaming a block when I'm doing making a hat, I usually put cling film over the top, because the wood can be a little bit porous, and then once you've used the block for a while, it's always good to put some feed back into the wood. And I use this Danish, here we are, Danish oil. That's really good if you've got wooden tools that you're using for hat making or hobbyist hat work. A bit of Danish oil, it's wonderful. It just means that you're protecting your asset. So as you can see already, we've got a little bit of shape in this hat. Let's put a bit of steam on and see what happens, shall we? So always check when you're setting up your steam iron. Sometimes if you fill the reservoir too much, you'll get water coming out. So I always sort of let it come out for a little while. Okay. And we'll just start to introduce a little bit of steam. And what happens here is that the steam will start to open up the pores of the felt, and just start to give it a little bit more shape again. And what we'll do, oh look at that, that's gone in nicely. Look at that, beautiful. No doubt, yeah, they'll go in nicely. Yeah, very nicely too. So then let's have a look at this brim. I'm just going around the brim. Hang on, let's lift it up so you can see it. I'm just going around the brim, and a lot of you won't have brim blocks, of course. And so, you know, you'll be doing it like this, and then trusty cupboards like this, I just roll on the cupboard, see, and pat it. And what will happen is, I had a bit of a dent that side, and it's starting to come out. So use what you've got around you. And then from a sort of professional point, we've got these brim blocks. Now, this is probably going to be a bit big for this one actually, but and they have interchanging tops. In fact, that's not going to be, I don't know, it will. I'm not going to iron it on that one because it's really for a bigger fedora block. And I've got other wooden blocks that will do. They're not in that one, they're in another cupboard there. But in all fairness, I'll get one out, we'll have a look, shall we? I'll be back in a second. So this is a smaller brim block stands that I get them all from Guy Morse. They're really very good, and they're handmade. This is an antique brim block, just slots into the holes there, and then you take your hat and you quite simply pop it through. Now what I can do is this. So again, it just gives you something to push against to actually do this. So here we go. There we go. Great. So that will give it some shape. And there we are. One lovely little hat that will still have a snap down brim. And what a lovely shape that is. Be a nice hat for somebody. And I'm just going to check out the size again, and I may just give it a little bit of a stretch. There you go. Borsalino. So I've just got the hat stretcher out, and this is the thing, of course, and put a bit of steam on the hat and put it on there to stretch. I'll leave it for a while. Sometimes I'll leave it overnight, but I think I've left it on there for a little while. It's cooled down. It's just between the 58 and the 59. So let's just see if that's actually opened it up any further. Yeah, we're now up to 7 1/4. In fact, that may even fit me. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, that fits me now. Nice one. Just a bit small for me because it's a trilby and a relatively small brim. So let's do a quick measurement. We've got a brim size of 4.5 centimeters and a crown size of 8 to the middle of the crown, and probably 10 up to the top. Yeah, 10 up to the top. So it's one of the smaller hats that I've had, if you like. Could be worn by a man or a woman, but it's back to its original size now, and all ready to go.
If you've got a passion for hats, keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.